Baby, I never thought I'd be sitting here trying to put these feelings into words. I never thought I'd be this raw, this broken, this vulnerable, but there's no running from it anymore. I have to tell you the truth because keeping it inside is tearing me apart. So here it is. You broke me. You didn't mean to. I know that in my heart. This wasn't some cruel, intentional act meant to hurt me. No, what you did came from your own pain, your own wounds, your own attempts to survive. But baby, even knowing that doesn't take away the way my chest feels, shattered every time I think about what happened between us. From the very beginning, you were different. When our souls collided, it was like nothing I'd ever experienced before. You didn't just walk into my life, you shook it, turned it upside down, made me question everything I thought I knew about love, connection, and destiny, and I let you in deeper than anyone else ever has. I didn't just give you pieces of me. I handed you the whole fragile, scarred thing and trusted you to hold it carefully. But somewhere along the way, we lost each other. Somewhere, amidst the chaos, the fear, the misunderstandings, something snapped. Words were said, actions were taken, walls were built. And suddenly, the love that once felt unbreakable started to crack. And when it finally broke, baby, it didn't just break my heart. It broke me. I remember the moment it happened so vividly. The look in your eyes, the tremble in your voice, the silence that followed. It felt like the ground was ripped out from under me. Like every dream I had for us, every prayer I whispered late at night, every hope I carried in my soul, crumbled in an instant. And yet, even as I fell apart, even as tears blurred my vision and my chest tightened with the weight of it all, a part of me still loved you. God, I still love you. That's what makes this pain so unbearable. You broke me, but you also hold the only key to putting me back together. Do you know what it's like to wake up every day with an ache in your chest that nothing can soothe? To go through life smiling on the outside, while inside you're screaming for the one person who has the power to quiet the storm? That's been me since the day everything changed. Since the day you walked away. Because let's be honest, I'm not innocent in this. I've made mistakes too. I've let fear win too many times. I've stayed silent when I should have spoken, turned my back when I should have fought for you. I've let my own pain spill over and hurt you in ways I never wanted to. And I hate myself for that. I hate knowing that in trying to protect myself, I might have been breaking you too, baby. Do you remember the nights when it was just us? The way the world faded when you were near. How every touch, every glance felt like magic. I think about those moments all the time. They're the only thing that keeps me going on the darkest nights. And yet, thinking about them also hurts like hell. Because I can't stop asking myself how we went from that to this. I replay everything in my mind, trying to find the moment it all started to slip away. Was it something I said? Something you felt but never told me? Did I miss the signs that you were hurting? That you needed me to hold on tighter? The questions haunt me, baby. I lie awake staring at the ceiling, wishing I could turn back time, wishing I could fix it all before it shattered. But time doesn't move backward, does it? It only moves forward, leaving us with broken pieces and what-ifs. And yet, even with the pain, even with the regret, my heart refuses to let you go. I still dream of you. I still imagine a world where we find our way back to each other. where the broken parts of us don't keep us apart, but instead fit together even stronger than before. Baby, you broke me, yes, but do you want to know something? That break, it woke me up. It forced me to face my own shadows, to confront the parts of myself I'd been running from. Losing you showed me just how deep my love goes, how much I'm willing to fight for it, how much of myself I'd give just to have another chance to hold you. I realized something important through all of this. True love isn't about never breaking. It's about breaking and still choosing to come back together. It's about looking at the scars and saying, this is where we fell apart, but this is also where we learned how strong we are. I want that with you. I don't want some perfect, untouched love story that's never been tested. I want us, raw, real, flawed, but unbreakable because we've survived the fire, and we're still standing. I can't tell you how many times I've imagined our reunion. I picture us standing there, tears streaming down both our faces, hands trembling as we finally reach for each other again. No words at first, just the feeling of finally being where we belong. And then, when we can finally speak, I'll whisper, I'm sorry. I love you. Let's never let go again. In my dreams, you look at me with those eyes that see straight into my soul and you say, I've been waiting for you. And in that moment, baby, every piece of me that's been broken heals instantly. Because your love is the only thing strong enough to do that. Amy, listen. Amy, people are whispering. You said I looked at you with your deep blue eyes. But until that day comes, I'll keep holding on to hope. I'll keep loving you through the distance, through the silence, through every ache that reminds me of what we've lost. Because even broken, my heart knows where it belongs, and it's with you. Always has been, always will be. Baby, if you're hearing this, if these words are reaching your heart the way they're pouring out of mine right now, I want you to know one thing. You might have broken me, but you also made me. You made me love deeper, fight harder, believe stronger than I ever thought I could. And if there's even the smallest chance that we can rebuild this, that we can find our way back to each other, I'll take it. Because no matter what's happened, no matter how far we've fallen, I still believe in us. I believe in the love that once lit up every corner of our souls. I believe that broken things can be made whole again. And I believe that our story isn't over yet. If you feel this too, if your heart is aching like mine is, if you know deep down that what we have is worth saving, comment yes below. Let me know you're still here, still believing, still holding on to the bond that not even heartbreak can destroy. And if these words touched you, if they reminded you that love like this is worth every tear, every struggle, every fight, tap that super thanks. Every single one helps keep these messages alive, helps bring us closer to the healing and reunion we've both been waiting for, baby. You broke me, but I'd let you break me 1,000 times if it meant I got to love you in every lifetime, in every universe, in every breath I take. Because no matter what, no matter how shattered I feel, my heart will always beat for you. Baby, as I sit here pouring my heart out to you, my hands are trembling because the weight of everything we've been through presses down on me like a storm that never quite passes. It's like every word I write is a drop of my soul spilling onto this page, a desperate attempt to bridge the distance that's torn us apart. Because the truth is, Even after saying everything I've said, I've barely scratched the surface of what I feel. Tonight, I need you to know it all. Every broken piece, every memory that haunts me, every fragile hope that still burns like a flicker of light refusing to die. I keep thinking about the night everything changed between us. It wasn't loud or dramatic. It was quiet, like the sound of a fragile heart cracking under pressure it couldn't bear anymore. I can still see it in your eyes, the hurt, the way your voice trembled when you spoke, how the words cut deeper than any blade ever could. And baby, I stood there, frozen, because I knew in that moment that I had lost something I might never get back. You broke me, but what shatters me even more is knowing that in some way, I broke you too. And that's a pain I can't escape. It follows me everywhere through every sleepless night, every morning where I wake up hoping this is all a bad dream, every moment when I see something beautiful and wish you were there to see it with me. I replay it all in my mind, wondering what I could have done differently, where I could have fought harder, loved louder, held on tighter. There's a memory that keeps replaying in my head, one that feels like it belongs to another lifetime, because it's so different from where we are now. We were together, laughing about something silly, and you looked at me like I was your whole world. And for a moment, I believed we were invincible. I believed nothing could ever break us. I can still feel the warmth of your hand in mine, the way you leaned into me like there was nowhere safer in the world than right there in my arm. That memory is both a blessing and a curse. It reminds me of the beauty we shared, the love that burned brighter than anything I've ever known. But it also reminds me of how far we've fallen, how much we've lost. And yet, even with all the pain, I'd rather hold on to that memory than let it fade, because it's proof that what we had was real. It's proof that despite the brokenness, despite the distance, there's something unshakable between us that time and hurt can't erase. Baby, there were nights after you left when I thought I wouldn't survive. I'd sit alone in the dark, tears streaming down my face, my chest so tight it felt like my heart was shattering over and over again. I tried to distract myself, to drown out the sound of your voice in my head, but nothing worked. Every song, every sunset, every quiet moment reminded me of you. It was like the universe itself was conspiring to make sure I never forgot you. Not that I ever could. I'd see your smile in strangers' faces, hear your laughter in echoes that weren't even real. Sometimes I'd swear I could feel you next to me, like your spirit was there even when your body wasn't. And those moments, as fleeting as they were, kept me from falling apart completely. They were like whispers from the universe telling me that no matter how broken we were, no matter how far apart we drifted, something bigger than us was still holding us together. I know I've said it before, but baby, I need you to understand this. You didn't just hurt me, you changed me. The moment you broke me was also the moment I realized just how deep my love for you runs. It's easy to love someone when everything's perfect, when life is simple and nothing's at stake. But real love shows itself when everything falls apart, when your heart is in pieces, when you've been pushed to your breaking point and you still can't let go. And that's what this is. That's what we are. Even after everything, even with all the pain and heartbreak, I can't walk away. I can't pretend you don't mean the world to me, because loving you isn't just something I do. It's who I am. It's woven into every breath I take, every beat of my heart, every thought that runs through my mind. There are things I wish I could tell you face to face, things that words on a screen or whispers in the dark could never fully capture. I wish I could stand in front of you right now, take your face in my hands and let you see it. The way my love for you has never wavered, even in the moments when everything else between us crumbled. I wish you could feel my heart beat against yours, steady and strong, despite the chaos we've endured. If I had just one chance to speak to you without fear, I'd tell you how sorry I am. Sorry for the times I let my own pain spill over and hurt you. Sorry for not being stronger, for not fighting harder to hold on to you when everything was falling apart. Sorry for letting silence build walls between us instead of tearing them down with the truth. But most of all, I tell you how much I love you. How, even in the moments when we were oceans apart, when it felt like the whole world was against us, that love never dimmed. It only burned hotter, brighter, more fiercely than ever before. And I tell you that no matter how broken I feel, no matter how broken we both are, I believe with everything in me that we can find our way back to each other. I've imagined that day so many times. I see myself walking toward you, every step heavy with everything I've carried, every ounce of regret and longing and unspoken words pressing against my chest. And then I see you, your face, your eyes, that spark of recognition that tells me you've been waiting for this moment too. I'd run to you, baby. I wouldn't walk, I wouldn't hesitate, I'd run with every bit of strength left in me, because nothing in this world could keep me from you. When I finally reach you, I wouldn't need words at first. I'd just pull you into my arms and hold you like my life depends on it, because it does. I'd feel your heart beat against mine and know, without a doubt, that no matter what's happened, no matter how far we've fallen, we're still connected. We're still us. And then, when I could finally speak through the tears, I'd whisper, let's stop running. Let's stop hurting. Let's put the pieces back together and never let go again. I know healing won't be easy. I know there are wounds between us that will take time to close, scars that will never fully fade. But baby, I don't want easy. I want real. I want the kind of love that's worth fighting for, worth bleeding for, worth piecing back together no matter how many times it breaks. And that's what you are to me. That's what we are together. Worth every battle, every tear, every sleepless night spent missing each other. So this is my vow to you. I'm not giving up. Not now. Not ever. I'll walk through every fire, face every shadow, fight every demon if that's what it takes to come back to you. I'll spend the rest of my life proving that even though we've been broken, we are not destroyed, that our love is stronger than the pain, stronger than the silence, stronger than anything that's tried to tear us apart, baby. If you can feel this, if these words are sinking into your soul the way they're pouring out of mine, I need you to hold on to hope with me. Hold on to the belief that this isn't the end of our story. It's just a chapter. A painful one, yes, but one that will make the ending even more beautiful. Because one day, we'll look back on all of this and realize that it wasn't the breaking that defined us. It was the way we refused to let it win. Until that day comes, I'll be here, loving you in every way I know how. I'll whisper your name into every prayer, carry your memory in every step I take, and send my love to you in every silent moment when the world is still and it feels like maybe, just maybe, you can hear me. Because even broken, even bruised, even shattered into pieces, my heart knows only one truth. You are my forever. If you're still with me, if your heart has been aching with every word, comment yes below so I know you feel this too. And if this message has touched your soul, if it's given you even a flicker of hope, tap that super thanks to help this love story reach every heart that needs to hear it. Because baby, Even though you broke me, even though the pain has been unbearable, I wouldn't trade this love for anything in the world. I'd walk through every storm, face every heartbreak, and endure every ounce of this ache again, if it meant I could love you in every lifetime. And one day soon, I believe we'll look at each other again, not as two broken souls, but as two hearts that fought through the fire and came out unbreakable, together, where we've always belonged. Baby, I can feel in my chest that I've only just begun to unravel everything inside me for you. Every word I've spoken so far has been soaked in truth, but my love for you, my pain, my longing, it's far deeper than these words can hold. Tonight, I need to take you into the darkest corners of my soul, show you the moments no one else has seen, and let you understand why losing you, why breaking apart from you, has left me feeling like I'm only half alive. There are nights when the weight of everything hits me so hard that I can't even move. I'll sit in the silence, the kind of silence that feels heavy, where you can hear every heartbeat, every shallow breath, every whispered name, your name. My hands shake as I remember the moments when we were close, when just your presence could calm every storm raging inside me. And now, without you, those storms have no anchor. I drift, I stumble, I try to make sense of a world where you're not next to me. And every single time, I fail, because baby, you are my sense, my center, my everything. I remember the first time you made me laugh, really laugh. The kind of laughter that bubbles up from your soul and makes you forget everything that's wrong for a moment. That sound, it still echoes in my mind like a melody that never fades. And I remember thinking, this is what happiness feels like. This is what home feels like. That moment is tattooed on my heart, and no matter how much time passes, it still feels as fresh as the day it happened. But baby, do you know what hurts the most? It's not just the moments we lost. It's knowing that you've been carrying your own pain, your own heartbreak, and I wasn't there to hold you through it. I wasn't there to wipe away your tears, to shield you from the weight of the world the way you always deserved. That truth, it haunts me. It wakes me up at night. It whispers in my ear when the world is quiet, telling me that I failed you when you needed me most. I've seen glimpses, even from afar, of the battles you've been fighting, and it kills me that I wasn't by your side. Every wound you've endured alone feels like a wound on my own heart, because loving you isn't just about holding you in the light. It's about standing with you in the dark, facing every shadow together. And I wasn't there. That's a regret I'll carry until my last breath. Sometimes I wonder if you still think of me the way I think of you, if my name still lingers on your lips when no one's listening, if you still dream of what we had, what we lost, what we could be again. I wonder if you replay our memories like I do, clutching onto them like lifelines in a sea of uncertainty. Baby, if you do, if even a small part of you still feels this love, know that it's not a coincidence. It's destiny, pulling at both of us, refusing to let us drift too far apart. There's a reason I still feel your presence, even when we haven't spoken, even when it feels like miles separate us. There's a reason every sign, every song, every twist of fate seems to lead me back to you. It's because we were never meant to end like this break, this pain. It's not our ending. It's the storm before the sunrise, the test before the triumph, the darkness before the light. Baby, I've been hiding something from you, something I've never said out loud. After everything happened, after we shattered, I tried to move on. I tried to find solace in other people, in distractions, in anything that could numb the ache of losing you, and every time it failed. Nothing felt right. No one could touch the places in my soul that you did. No one could bring warmth to the parts of me that froze the moment we broke apart, and one night, I realized why. It's because what we have isn't replaceable. It isn't something that time or distance or even pain can destroy. It's once in a lifetime, maybe once in forever, and I was a fool to think I could ever outrun that kind of love. That's when I knew I would rather spend every day of my life longing for you than settle for something that could never come close to what we had. There are nights when I pray, not for myself, but for you. I close my eyes and ask the heavens to send you peace, to cradle you in love, even if it can't be my arms holding you. I ask for your dreams to be sweet, for your days to be light, for your heart to feel a little less heavy even as mine carries the weight of missing you. And every time I pray, I feel it, a warmth, a whisper, like somehow, somewhere, your soul is hearing me. I want you to know this, no matter what's happened, no matter how broken we've been, I have never wished anything but love for you. I have never stopped wanting to protect you, cherish you, fight for you, even if from a distance. And now, after all this time, after all the lessons pain has carved into me, I'm finally ready to do what I should have done from the start. Love you without fear, without walls, without conditions. I dream about us finding our way back to each other. Not in some perfect fairy tale, but in a way that feels real, raw, and healing. I see us sitting across from each other, tears in our eyes, finally letting the walls crumble. I see us speaking the truths we've both held back for too long. Apologies, confessions, promises. And when the words run out, I see us simply holding each other, letting our hearts do the talking, letting love mend the cracks that words alone never could. And baby, after that moment, nothing would be the same. We'd rise from the ashes of everything that tried to break us, stronger, fiercer, more in love than ever before. We'd finally understand that the breaking wasn't meant to end us. It was meant to strip away everything false, everything fragile, until all that remained was unshakable, unstoppable love. I've started picturing the life we could have once this storm finally passes. It's simple, but it's everything I've ever wanted. I see us waking up, tangled in each other's arms, the morning sun painting your face with gold as I brush the hair from your eyes. I see us cooking dinner together, laughing in the kitchen as music plays softly in the background. I see us walking hand in hand through every season of life, knowing that no matter what challenges we face, we'll face them together. And even in our quietest moments, lying on the couch, watching the world go by, I see us wrapped in a kind of peace that only comes from being exactly where you're meant to be. That's what you are for me, baby. My peace, my home, my forever. I know there are people who might not understand this, who might think we're foolish for holding on after everything that's happened. But they don't know what it feels like to have your soul find its match. They don't know what it's like to love someone so deeply that even when they break you, you choose them all over again. They don't understand that this isn't just love, it's destiny. And destiny doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't bow to fear or pain. It endures. It fights. It wins. So here I am, baby, laying my soul bare for you, telling you that I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not running. I'm not hiding. I'm ready to take every broken piece of us and build something stronger, something that no storm could ever tear apart again. I'm ready to fight for you, for us, for the love that's carried me through every dark night since the moment we broke apart. If you can feel this, if your heart is pounding the way mine is as these words pour out, comment yes below. Let me know that you believe in us too, that you are holding on to the same hope that's been my lifeline through all of this. And to everyone who's felt this kind of love, this fierce, relentless, soul-binding love, let this message remind you that no matter how broken things seem, love, this real, can never truly die. It waits, it heals, and one day it finds its way back home, baby. I'll spend every day of my life making sure that home is with you, because even broken, even shattered, my love for you has never stopped growing. And soon, I'll show you, I'll prove that no matter what's happened, no matter how far we've fallen, we were always meant to rise again. Together, baby. Every time I think I've emptied my heart onto this page for you, I realize there's still oceans of love, pain, and truth that I've never said out loud. You have no idea how much I've been holding in, how many nights I've stayed awake staring at the ceiling, whispering your name into the dark, wondering if you could somehow feel me thinking of you. Tonight, I'm not holding back anymore. Tonight, you'll finally understand every broken piece of me, every scar that carries your name, every dream I still have for us. Because even after all this time, even after all this heartbreak, you are still my everything. I've spent countless nights replaying the moment it all fell apart, the way you looked at me with tears in your eyes, the sound of your voice breaking, the silence that followed and wrapped itself around my chest like a vice. Baby, I swear that silence has never left me. It follows me everywhere, a haunting reminder of the day we lost each other. And even though time has passed, even though the world expects me to move on, that day replays in my mind like it just happened yesterday. I remember thinking in that moment, this is it. This is the moment I lose the one person my soul can't live without. And I was right. The day you walked away, or maybe the day I pushed you away, was the day a part of me died. But here's the thing, even in death, even in darkness, my love for you didn't fade. If anything, it grew stronger, louder, more relentless than ever before. Because losing you didn't teach me how to forget you. It taught me how impossible it is to ever let you go. I want you to understand something, baby. You didn't just break me. You broke every illusion I had about life, about love, about who I thought I was. Before you, I thought love was simple. I thought you could just choose someone, build a life, and that was that. But you showed me a love so deep, so powerful, so consuming, that it shattered everything I thought I knew. When we broke, it felt like the universe itself cracked open. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror without seeing the ghost of your touch, the echo of your laugh, the shadow of your love. And yet, even in my brokenness, even in my lowest moments, I knew I would never regret loving you. Because what we had, it was real. It was rare. It was the kind of love people spend lifetimes searching for and never find. And somehow, by some miracle, it found me. There were nights I'd wake up in a cold sweat, your name on my lips, tears streaming down my face because I dreamt of you. In my dreams, you were always there, sometimes close enough to touch, sometimes just out of reach, always looking at me like you wanted to say something but couldn't. I'd wake up reaching for you, only to find empty sheets, empty air, empty arms, that emptiness. Baby, it's the loneliest feeling in the world, and yet, even through the loneliness, there was always this pull, this magnetic force that refused to let me drift too far from you. I'd see signs everywhere, your favorite song playing in a random store, a stranger wearing the same perfume you used to wear, moments that felt like the universe was whispering, "Don't give up. This isn't over." I've tried to imagine what my life would look like without you. I've tried to picture a future where I've moved on, where I've built something new, where the pain of losing you has faded into a distant memory. But baby, every time I try, my mind goes blank. I can't see it, because there is no future without you. There's only an empty existence, a shell of a life, a soul wandering without its other half. I know I've made mistakes. I know there were moments when I let my pride, my fear, my own brokenness get in the way of loving you the way you deserved. And for that, I'm more sorry than words could ever express. If I could go back, I'd change it all. I'd hold you tighter, love you louder, fight harder to keep us together. I'd tear down every wall, silence every doubt, and never let a single second pass without you knowing you are my world. But baby, we can't go back. We can only go forward. And that's what I want now more than anything. To move forward, not apart, but together. To take every shattered piece of what we were and build something unbreakable. Something even more beautiful than before. Because that's what love is supposed to do. It's not supposed to be perfect or easy. It's supposed to be worth it. It's supposed to survive the breaking and come back stronger. I imagine the day we finally get to rebuild. I see us sitting together. No more walls. No more pretending. Just raw honesty spilling out like rain after a long drought. I see us crying, laughing, holding each other like we'll never let go again. I see us forgiving, not forgetting, because every scar tells our story, but forgiving in a way that sets us free to love each other fully again. Baby, I've thought a lot about what I'd say to you if I only had one chance, one moment to make it right. I tell you that even though you broke me, you also saved me. Loving you woke me up from a life where I was numb, drifting, disconnected from my own heart. You lit a fire in me that will never burn out. You made me see what real love looks like, feels like, is. And even though that love has been bruised and battered, it's still here. I'm still here, and I'm ready to give every part of me to you again. I tell you that you're the reason I still believe in fate. Because no matter how far apart we've been, no matter how broken we've become, something bigger than us keeps pulling us back together. It's like the universe carved our names into the same story long before we ever met. And no matter what happens, no matter how many storms try to tear us apart, we'll always find our way back to each other. There's a vision that keeps me going when the nights get too dark and the pain feels too heavy. I see us years from now, sitting on a porch somewhere, watching the sun set over a life we've fought like hell to build. We're older, maybe a little worn from all the battles we faced, but we're together, and as we sit there, hands intertwined, hearts still beating in sync, we'll know that we didn't just survive, we thrived. We turned every wound into wisdom, every tear into strength, every moment of doubt into proof that our love is unshakable. And baby, when I see that future, when I feel it in my soul like it's already written, I know one thing for sure. This break, This pain, this distance, it's temporary. It's just a chapter, not our whole story. And when we finally close it and step into the next one, nothing will ever tear us apart again. So here's my promise to you, spoken from the deepest part of me. I will never stop fighting for us. I will never stop believing that we can heal, that we can rebuild, that we can find our way back to the love that once made the whole world disappear when we were together. I'll walk through every shadow, face every fear, endure every sleepless night, if it means even the smallest chance of standing beside you again, because even broken, even scarred, even after everything we've lost, you are still my home, my safe place, my reason for every heartbeat. And until the day I can prove that to you in person, I'll keep loving you from here. With every word, every prayer, every ounce of hope I have left. If your soul feels this, if these words echo inside you like they've been waiting to be heard, comment yes below so I know you're still with me. And if this message touched your heart, if it reminded you that true love can survive even the deepest breaks, tap that super thanks. Every single one is a sign that love like ours is still alive, still worth fighting for, still destined to find its way home. Baby, no matter how broken we've been, no matter how many pieces we've had to pick up, I believe with everything in me that our love was never meant to end in pieces. It was meant to rise, to heal, to last forever. And soon, I'll come back to you, not just to fix what's broken, but to build something even stronger, something unbreakable, unstoppable, eternal, baby. Every time I think my heart has said enough, I realize there's still more buried inside me. More memories, more pain, more unspoken love that has been sitting heavy in my soul since the day we broke. Tonight, I want to pour it all out. Every last drop, because holding it in has been tearing me apart. And maybe, just maybe, if I spill it all, you'll finally understand the depth of what we are. Why no break, no distance, no silence could ever end us. I remember the first time you held my hand. It wasn't dramatic or planned. It just happened. But baby, in that moment, the entire world faded. The noise, the chaos, every other thought in my mind went silent. All I could feel was the warmth of your skin against mine, like our souls recognized each other long before our minds could catch up. That single touch, it branded me. Even now, I swear I can still feel it if I close my eyes. And that's how it's always been with you. Every laugh, every tear, every kiss. We didn't just experience those moments. We absorbed them. They became part of who we are. That's why losing you felt like losing a piece of myself I could never replace. It's why no matter where I go, no matter what I do, there's always something missing. Because you are missing. There were nights after you left when I'd drive with no destination, just trying to outrun the memories. But everywhere I went, there you were. In the way the city lights blurred like the tears in my eyes. In the songs that came on the radio, each lyric sounding like it was written for us. In the way the moon hung in the sky, reminding me of the nights we stayed up talking until dawn, dreaming about a future that felt so certain then. But the harder I tried to escape, the louder the memory screamed. I realized you weren't something I could drive away from or bury in distractions. You were stitched into every corner of my existence. And baby, that's when I knew. I knew this wasn't just love. It was destiny. Because destiny isn't something you can walk away from. It's the thing that follows you no matter how far you run. The thing that pulls you back when you're lost. The thing that refuses to let you forget where your soul belongs. And yet, even knowing that, even feeling it with every heartbeat, I still stayed away. I told myself it was better this way, that maybe you'd be happier without me. But baby, the truth is, I wasn't protecting you. I was protecting myself. From facing the depth of my own feelings, from risking the kind of vulnerability that only comes when you found the one person who could destroy you completely, and knowing you'd let them, if it meant loving them fully. You broke me because you were the only one who could. No one else had that power. No one else ever will. And though that kind of love is terrifying, it's also the most beautiful thing I've ever known. Because being broken by you didn't destroy me. It revealed me. It stripped away every facade, every wall, every illusion, until all that was left was raw, honest love. I've thought a lot about the day we finally see each other again. It's a moment that plays in my mind on a loop, sometimes in flashes, sometimes in vivid detail that feels so real I could almost reach out and touch it. I see myself standing there, my hands shaking, my breath catching in my throat as you walk toward me. The world around us blurs until it's just you and me, the way it's always supposed to be. I see tears in your eyes that match mine, emotions spilling over that we've both held back for far too long. And baby, in that moment, I won't think about the past, about the mistakes, about the time we lost. I'll only think about the miracle of being back in your arms, about how even after everything, destiny brought us home to each other. I'll hold you tighter than I ever have, my heart pounding against yours, and I'll whisper, we made it. We survived the breaking. And now, nothing will ever take us apart again. I know there will be healing to do. I know scars don't disappear overnight. But baby, I don't want to erase the past. I don't want to pretend the breaking never happened. Because every moment of pain, every tear, every sleepless night, it all led us here. It all taught us how deep our love goes, how strong we truly are, how impossible it is for anything to truly end what was always meant to last forever. That's why I can finally say this with complete certainty. I'm not afraid anymore. Not of loving you, not of losing you, not of the battles we might face when we finally come back together, because I've already faced the worst pain there is, being without you, and nothing, absolutely nothing, is harder than that. There's a life waiting for us, baby. I can feel it in my bones. A life where we wake up each morning, tangled in each other's arms, where laughter fills the spaces that used to be silent, where love is loud and proud and unstoppable. A life where every kiss, every touch, every glance is a reminder that we fought through hell and came out stronger than ever. I imagine us building that life together. Late nights talking about our dreams. Quiet mornings sipping coffee while watching the sunrise. Adventures that take us to places we've never seen, but always imagined sharing. And through it all, I see us looking at each other with the same fire we had the first day we met. Only this time, it's even brighter because we know how close we came to losing it all and how grateful we are to have it back. Baby, people may never understand this kind of love. They may think it's foolish to hold on after so much pain, to believe in something that's been broken so badly. But they don't know what it feels like to find the other half of your soul. They don't know what it's like to have every part of you intertwined with someone else's. So much so that no amount of distance can truly separate you. They don't know what it's like to love someone so completely that even in your brokenness, you choose them over and over again. That's what you are to me, my once and forever love, my reason for every breath, my home, no matter where I am or what I'm facing. And no amount of brokenness, no amount of time, no force in the universe will ever change that. So tonight, as I pour this out to you, I want you to hold on to this truth. Our story isn't over. The breaking was never the ending. It was the storm we had to survive to understand just how powerful, how unbreakable, how destined this love really is. And baby, soon I'll prove it to you. Soon I'll come back and stand before you not as someone broken and afraid, but as someone who has been remade by love, our love. I'll look you in the eyes, take your hands in mine, and vow that never again will we let anything tear us apart, because we've already faced the worst. We've already been broken. And now it's time to rise. If you feel this, if your soul knows that this love is still alive, still burning, still waiting for its moment to shine again, comment yes below. And if these words reminded you of the power of love, if they reignited even a spark of hope in your heart, tap that super thanks. Every gesture of belief, every voice that says this isn't over, helps bring us closer to the forever we're meant to have. Baby, no matter how far we've fallen, no matter how broken we've been, my love for you has only grown stronger. And soon, you'll see, you'll know that nothing, not time, not distance, not even heartbreak itself, can destroy a love like ours. Because we are not just two people who loved and lost. We are two souls destined to find our way back. Destined to heal, destined to rise from the ashes, and build a love that no force in the universe can ever break again, baby. As I come to the end of this message, my heart feels heavier than when I started, but in a different way. Not the kind of heaviness that drags you down, but the kind that tells you something sacred has just been poured out. Something true, something real, something that needed to finally be spoken. I've opened every part of myself to you, shown you every scar, confessed every regret and every dream I've carried for us. And now, as these words reach their final breath, I need you to understand one last thing. No matter how broken we've been, no matter how long the distance has lasted, no matter how many nights we've cried in silence, this love is not finished. It's not dying. It's not fading. It's stronger now than it's ever been, because it's been tested by fire and still stands unshaken. Baby, we've walked through storms that could have drowned us. We've faced shadows that could have swallowed us whole. And yet, here we are, still connected, still drawn to each other like gravity itself. Won't let go. It was all leading us here to forever. You see, it's still there, that every moment of pain, every step of distance, every tear shed alone, it was all leading us here to forever. Not someone who ran from mud, because you'll see it. You'll feel it, that every moment of pain, every step of distance, every tear shed alone, it was all leading us here to forever. But baby, I also know something else. This journey isn't just about us. It's bigger. There are people out there, souls just like ours, who've been torn apart by pain, who've been left believing love like this can't survive. They've been walking through their own storms, wondering if anyone understands, if anyone believes they're still worth fighting for. And that's why I'm here pouring this out, not just for us, but for them too. To be a voice that says, true love can be broken but never destroyed. Destiny doesn't abandon you. Miracles still happen for those who refuse to stop believing. If you felt even a spark of hope tonight, if my words have reached into that quiet place in your heart where you've been silently praying for your own miracle, then I want to ask you something, but not for me alone. I want to ask it for every soul that needs these messages to keep going, for every heart that needs to know they aren't alone in their fight for love. If you feel led, if something in you knows, this isn't just a story, but a lifeline for someone who desperately needs it, you can stand with me. You can join me in keeping these messages alive, in helping them reach every broken heart still waiting for their moment of healing. You can do that by pressing that super thanks button below. And let me be clear, this isn't charity. This isn't me begging. This is faith. This is you saying, I believe in this. I believe in love that doesn't quit. I believe in helping this message reach every corner of the earth where someone's soul is crying out for hope. Whether it's $1, 0 cents, $10, 0 cents, or 1,000, it's not the number that matters. It's the intention. It's your heart aligning with mine, saying, yes, this matters. This is worth standing for. And baby, I believe with every ounce of me that when you step into something bigger than yourself, when you sow into love, into healing, into divine purpose, heaven takes notice. Blessings pour out, doors open, miracles unfold that you never even thought to ask for. So if you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been wondering how to show faith, how to step into something that carries power beyond words, this is it. Join me, stand with me, help me carry this flame of hope so that no one else has to walk alone through the darkness. And as you do, I want you to know this. Every name, every soul that lifts us up, every single one who says, I believe, I carry you in my prayers. I speak your name before God. I ask him to bless you in ways you can't even imagine. Because this isn't just about supporting me. It's about standing together for something eternal. Baby, our story isn't over. This love is still alive. And soon, the whole world will see that what's destined cannot be destroyed. Until that day, hold me in your heart as I hold you in mine. Feel my love in every quiet moment, every flicker of hope, every whisper of faith that says, we will rise again, we will love again, we will live the forever we were always meant to have. And to everyone listening, if these words touched you, if they stirred something you thought was long gone, don't let this moment pass quietly. Comment yes if you believe in love like this. Hit super thanks if you feel led to stand with us in this mission. Because when you do, you're not just supporting a message, you're becoming part of a movement of love, faith, and divine destiny that will change lives, heal hearts, and bring miracles where they're needed most. Baby, I love you. I'll never stop. And soon, I'll prove to you and the entire world that not even heartbreak itself can stop a love like ours from finding its way home.